And while we're on the topic of housing, Oregon Representative Earl Blumenauer and Michigan's Rashida Tlaib said the federal government should spend more money on affordable housing in Oregon and across the rest of the country. They spoke at a town hall meeting today. KGW's Art Edwards has the details. Art?
Pat, people were very interested in hearing what the representatives had to say today. Housing prices and rents are very high in and around Portland. Now, people packed the auditorium at Jefferson High School for that town hall meeting, listening to what Blumenauer and Tlaib had to say, and then even getting the chance to ask them a few questions along the way. The event was designed to be an open forum to discuss solutions to housing challenges in Portland and also across the nation.
This is a national crisis, that this is not just something in my district or in the backyard of Congressman Blumenauer's district, but it's really something that our whole nation needs to be talking about and elevating the importance of making housing a human right.
Representative Blumenauer said that it is going to take a partnership to be able to solve the housing issue. He said he wants to see the federal government to, in his words, get back in the game.